Hey family, what is up? It is 2026 and I have to come on here and give you guys an update. Yeah, update and followed by an unsubscribe message. So, but just hold on. Don't get alarmed. But I got to start off giving you all an update because if y'all can remember, I think a podcast ago, a video ago of YouTube, I came on here and I shared some personal things about me. Kim talked, your girl is talking, but Kim was talking about Kim. I was seriously talking about, or I shared with you all that I went to work expecting to do a job and then I was released. My whole department, it was 40 some odd people in my department overall, over 600 people, that our positions were eliminated. So I came on here and I was sharing that with you all. I went to work and I found out by 9:15, 9:30, I don't have a job. I didn't have a plan. I didn't see it coming. Wow, isn't it just like that? Like the rug had come from up under me. And a lot of you all, were very compassionate and, left comments. And I love reading your comments. I really do. Anytime I post, I am waiting for notification that somebody has either liked what I was saying or just make a comment or some sort, especially the ones that were so supportive. So I thank you for those that did do that, those, that know me personally and decided to come out and actually call me on my personal phone or you saw me somewhere. All I can say is thank you, okay? Because as you know, as we know, jobs are not down the street, like they used to be so easy to find at one time. So I just wanted to share that update. Now, the good news is that I did get a job offer right before Christmas. So that was something to say. I had been out of work like just, a couple of months, well, not really a couple, maybe a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. But anyway, I was offered a job and oh yeah, I took it. I took it. So that's the good news. Let me tell you about, there's a little bit of bad news and I don't think it's totally bad, but I was told, I would have to wait until after the first of the year, which that wasn't going to be a bad thing. But I didn't realize that the start date would be sometime in March. So that's the bad news. I can't start immediately, but I still considered it good news. So I had to give y'all an update because I shared it with y'all. So at least y'all can find out or know what's happened. Okay. So it started in March, and some people, I shared it with some close friends or whatever, well, I ain't gonna say close, but people I know. I shared it and they was like, man, that's so far. I would still be looking. And it was like, so was I supposed to say no when I have nothing right now? At least I know I have that. Now, if a door is open and something else comes about, hey, cool. I'm with that, But it came and I took it. So, gotta give y'all that. Thank you again. Now, let's talk about unsubscribing. And no, I'm not talking about me. I need y'all to subscribe, and turn your notifications on so y'all can see this either on my YouTube platform, my Spotify, shoot, what else I got? I'm on a little bit of everything. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google me. I'm on Google. I need y'all. Well, I would like for you all, let me be very, very nice and pleasant. I would like as many of you all would listen and just, let me know you out there. You know, you were supportive during my mishap. And so I want to just continue to feel that same support that you share with me at that time. So anyway, unsubscribing. I was having a conversation yesterday with my son. For those of y'all, I do have a son. I have two of them, okay? And so I was talking to him, and one thing about when your kids grow up, you can really have some adult conversations, things you couldn't have when they were children. Like you could sit down and just talk adult to adult, and leave out the judgmental things and chaos out the window. So we were talking yesterday, and he was, sharing with me some things, the service, worship service that he attended. And then the conversation just was going on. We was flowing and all that. And so, I was sharing with him about sometimes, I can feel like a third wheel in the midst of, you know, friends, family. I just feel like I'm there, but I'm really not there. My body is there, but I'm not a part of, I'm not connected. And so, and I know I'm not the only one that's felt like that. And so we were talking about that. And so we were talking about some other things about, to get your finances together and all of that. We need to unsubscribe to this. And I said, I don't know where it came from, but I was like, some of us need to unsubscribe to some people, to some folks, to some situations. We need to definitely unsubscribe because they're not doing, or it's not doing anything to enhance our livelihood at all. It is not bringing any more money into your personal account, savings account, 401k, pension plan, social security, wherever your money coming from. It's not contributing and making a deposit in that area. And so I was like, we need to just unsubscribe. How about that? Unsubscribe. And we laughed about it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm just talking out loud as I normally do, because like I say, I like to talk. So, Kim was just talking, and I said, what are some of the things that we need to unsubscribe to? And you know what? The first thing our minds go is, okay, you know what? Well, maybe I can bring my Netflix down a little bit. I don't want to totally unsubscribe to it. Or, my Amazon membership, it really don't matter if I get if I get my packages in 2, 3 days or even 5 days later. Maybe I can unsubscribe to that. I'm not even talking about that. Again, I'm talking about unsubscribing to some folks or some situations that put us in a place that we don't need to be in. It keeps us in a place of just feeling defeated. Okay. Ain't no victory coming out of it at all. And it's bad when some of the folks you got to unsubscribe to is your own people. That's really bad. You know, some people right now, they're not even thinking on that. And I've been thinking about this for a minute, but I wasn't thinking about it enough for it to just come out the way it did yesterday when I was having a conversation with my son. And I was like, I'm looking around today and I'm seeing this, what I see. We all see it in January, February, a little bit in March, and then everybody starts slacking off and going back into that same old routine, because a lot of times we go back to the familiar. And so I'm seeing a lot of, gym memberships have increased to slowly decrease over time. People is in there. I'm seeing a lot of people, that's really starting to be more in the grocery store and be selective of the items that they're choosing, because again, we trying to do this new 2026, this new year, with something new. And I'm like, you know what? Some of this we need to unsubscribe to. We need to unsubscribe to, stuff we're not gonna hold, our end of the bargain. You know good and well. We start a thing, we go in gym, and I'm not, exempt from it. Been there, done that, got a shirt in the closet for it, okay? I have done it as well. I'm going to the gym, and I'm like, you get in the gym, and instead of keeping our focus on and doing what we need to do, because some of us got blood sugar problems, some of us got high blood pressure, some of us got a little bit of joint pain, this, that, and the other. Instead of us going in with purpose and finding out what we need to do, we in there for a minute. We see who's in there, who got on what. Oh, that's cute, that's cute. Oh, he look good. Oh, I want to holler at her. You need to unsubscribe to that. That's a membership you ain't even you not walking up right with. You need to unsubscribe. Mm-hmm. Go and pull your membership because you ain't doing right by it no how. Go and get out there and start walking around the park or the lake in your subdivision. You do better with that. And that's free. Okay? Unsubscribe. Okay? When I say we need to unsubscribe from some folks, let me go back to that. Let me hit on that for a minute. We need to unsubscribe to situations like, certain relationships. And I'm not talking about your guy friend or your lady friend, even though that's part of it. But we need to unsubscribe to folks that is always talking negative or don't never have nothing good to say. So opinionated, narcissistic, and we keep them in our company. Why? Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. You need an update. You need an update. Y'all, if y'all hear that in the back, I got company over there. That's my youngest son. Don't pay him no mind. Hey, you want to say hello? Hey, how you doing? Hey.
Hey, what?
I'm up here talking to Kim Talk viewers, and you up there doing what you do. So I just want to say, if you want to say hello, we got company in the building.
You live?
I am live. Where I'm recording, yeah, I'm live.
Oh, is it like?
Oh, hey. That's my youngest son, y'all. He look good, huh? Unsubscribe. Don't even try that. We ain't talking about Mr. GQ over here. Gone, son, gone. Anyway, back to business. This will be another subscribe and update. But anyway, need to unsubscribe, okay? They always bringing in that foolery, keeping you just your blood boiling. You can't stand when they walk in the room. You need to unsubscribe to it. You need to cut it off right there. Cut it off right there at the head. Because again, it ain't enhancing your life. Some of us, we sit up here, and I ain't talking about me on this one because I thank God now I got a position right now. But some of us then sit up here, we got gifts, we got talents, we got skills, and we sit up here and we stay in the same rut doing the same thing we know we was not called to do, but we so scared to jump. We so scared to take a leap and like just what if? And we sit on jobs. I ain't talking about mine. But we sit in jobs, we sit in positions that you're not going nowhere. You're not moving. There's no way you've gone as far as you can go. You need to unsubscribe from that situation. You need to do some updating on paper. That's your resume. You need to unsubscribe to the spirit of defeat. But you know what? I'm gonna be overqualified because I got this degree in that and that degree in that, and they not gonna do that because I'm at the age of 45 now. I'm at the age of 50. You need to unsubscribe to that crazy mentality of defeat. You need to unsubscribe to that, and you need to update your mindset. Oh, I said something right there. You need to update, or we need to update our mindset. Okay, you need to unsubscribe to that. You really, really do. If you just put yourself out there, if you just try, just take a step. Just take a step. That's all I'm saying. And see where it go. You already know where you at. But do you know where you're going? You better update that thing or unsubscribe to it that's holding you back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Bear with me. Unsubscribing to something usually means that we are detaching ourselves from it. Okay? We're no longer part of it. We have cut it off. Okay? We have cut it off. We are no longer in the company of it when you unsubscribe. And we do it all the time. It's so easy to go unsubscribe to something on social media. It's so easy to do. Sometimes you find yourself 10, 20 groups. And you like, I don't even sit up here and even say nothing or even go into the group status just to see what's happening. And you just click unsubscribe. It's nothing. Why is it so hard for us to do that in our personal lives? Okay. Why? Because we scared we're going to hurt somebody's feelings. Is that what it is? Or are we scared what the people gonna say? Are we scared of the doubt and fear? Does that take more demand than say, you know what, that's it. This ain't my ministry. I'm gonna go and check out. I'm checking out. I'm not gonna be a part of this anymore. I'm just gonna do something different. If you want something different, you want something new, you gotta move different. You gotta think different. You just gotta do it. If you waiting for somebody to push you, like, you might be waiting because the kind of push some people might do is push you down and then put their foot on your neck. Okay? So I am so sorry. We have to unsubscribe to that. All right? I'm just telling you, y'all, the time I've been off, let me tell y'all something. I'm learning some things about myself. Okay. I thought I learned some things about myself when, I was, when I was married and became single again. And I had to learn the process of, okay, what do I need to do? What direction am I going to be walking into? What am I going to do to sustain my mindset? I thought that was something. This here was another part of it. I had a chance to think. I had a chance to, okay, I need to put stuff on paper. I need to write it down, make it plain. I need to figure out some things, what my next move is. And I had a chance to really do that. And when you get in a situation, let me tell you something. When you get in a situation and you don't know where the next whatever gonna come from, you gonna find out how many folks is really gonna be there in your corner. You're going to find out if people are going to call you and check up on you, offer anything to you, that might be help, not out of pity, but like, hey, this is what people are supposed to do. This is what friends do. You're going to find out. And I have found out. And I had a few people to bless me. No lie. I was in the store, I never forget. And one of my neighbors, good friend, I ain't calling no names, but saw me in the store like, girl, what you doing in the store this time of day? Ain't you supposed to be at work? And are you off today? And I was like, nah, man, I just got laid off my job. So I just say, I might as well come in here and pick up a few things. He said, man, keep your head up. You never know when a blessing gonna come. I went on in the grocery store, got my little few things that I said I was gonna get. Well, you can't never go in the grocery store and get a few things, but anyway, follow me. Just stay with me. I went on in there, came back out. As I got home and I was, pulling up, getting my stuff out the car, my phone go off, notifications. And I'm like, okay, what is this? I have my banking, I do online banking like everybody else, And man, why? My friend Zelled me $160. Thinking probably, I don't know. I don't know. I was so blessed because I didn't ask for it. And immediately I hit him up. I say, friend, I appreciate that, but you wouldn't have to do that. Really pay for the stuff I had bought in the grocery store. He said, man, look, that's what friends are supposed to do. If you can help, help. And don't look for nothing in return. You just do it because you want to do it. You want to help. I was so blessed by that. I'm gonna tell you. And I had a few other people. If they didn't offer me money, they offered me, just something, kept me encouraged, And so that's the kind of stuff that we need to subscribe to. People impart stuff into your life. People speak into your life that'll help you move. He didn't realize at the time that $160 blessed me so much because I was trying to watch my little pennies, and unemployment ain't came through. Servants' money, where that's it. I wasn't getting no help at all, and I'm telling you, it's something else. I called myself applying for the Lone Star card, which is food stamps out here, and I didn't get a letter. Went on the site to see, okay, I'm gonna see if they're gonna help me grocery. Got denied. I was like, are you kidding me? So that $160 went a long way that day, no lie. And so friends is gonna be there with you in hard times. Okay, you need to stay subscribing to that. You need to keep that relationship. Okay, because the friendship is genuine. Okay, but let me tell you what you need to unsubscribe to. And it's bad. I used to hear people say this, and I want to say this a lot. Lord, I want to say this ain't right. But you ever been told, or you ever heard, some people say, sometimes the people you think gonna do for you, not gonna do for you. And the main ones that ain't gonna really be there for you at times will be your own people, your own family. Y'all ever heard of that? Lord said it ain't so. But that could be the deal. That could be the deal. No lie. Sometimes you'll have strangers on the street, neighbors, a friend over here, or whatever, that will help you, knowing they only know a little bit of your situation, and will reach out and help in a way where it's gonna really bless you. It's really gonna help you. And here you got a cousin over here, you got a brother over here, you got a sister over here. They know your situation. Don't even pick up the phone and say, "Hey, you good? What you think I could do? Come on now, this us, this family. Don't be scared to say something. Don't even pick up." And I hate to say this, that some relationships, even with family, you got to unsubscribe to. All you could do is pray for them and keep it moving. I ain't say show an attitude toward them. I ain't say to be ugly and nasty. I ain't say that. I ain't say to cuss them out. All I said was, you got to pray for them and keep it moving. Stay cordial with them. Maybe they didn't have it. But if they just would have just reached out to check on you. So I say you need to unsubscribe. Subscribe. Okay? Especially the ones that always want to be the life of the party. Y'all got some friends like that? Y'all got some family members like that? Always want to be the life of the party. Always want to have something at their house. But if you try to have something, it's crickets. Unsubscribe. Those are kind of relationships that we need. There needs to be boundaries there. There needs to be a thin line right there. There's just, I hate to say some folks you got to love them from afar. I hate to say that. But we have that. And that's really sad. That's really sad. I just say unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. And when you got to start falling back from your family or some family members, let me say that, because they don't give a hoot about you. They don't. All they could see is what's going on. And if something happened in their life, you the first one they call. Now, who do that? Figure that out. Who do that? Yeah. They calling you. So I got a problem with that as well. Unsubscribe. That's why I say you got to really unsubscribe to some folks. Okay? You really, really got to. I could talk about relationships like, your man friend, or your lady friend. I could talk about that, but we know that. We know that if a relationship ain't working for you and y'all are making each other miserable, you need to unsubscribe to that. You know that. It's easier said than done, but that's something you know. And one of my favorite influencers said this, and so I won't say the name, but you're probably gonna guess this. He said, and he's always giving advice to women. He said these words: "You got one time to tell me that you don't want me, don't want to be with me. You got one time. If you gone today, I got somebody today." And then he went on to say, "Now I ain't said I cheating, but I know who next. I love him. I love him. I swear I do." But he said that. And we all laughed about that. See, what he was doing was he was unsubscribing to foolishness. He was unsubscribing to the fact of, why am I going to try to be in a relationship when the relationship don't even want me in it? He unsubscribed to it. Okay? So that's what we got to do. We got to unsubscribe from some people, some circumstances. Okay? We got to. You got to unsubscribe more than just a membership at the gym with Amazon, okay? Temu, Sheen. I mean, it's more than that. In this thing called life, you either gonna be updating, unsubscribing, or subscribe. And so that's what I had to bring to the table. Well, I say, shoot, that unsubscribing, let me get my phone and let me start unsubscribing myself. Okay? Them folks that I don't talk to and I keep all their numbers, you probably got about 50 numbers in your phone right now, if not 100. People you don't even talk to, you don't even deal with. You probably didn't fell out with them or y'all just grew apart. They moved on, you moved on, and we still got their number in our phone. You need to unsubscribe to that. You need to remove yourself. Remove that number. You ain't talking to them no way. Update your phone list. Keep the people in there that you know that you speak with, that you have a healthy relationship with. That's what we need to keep. Yeah, we need to do that. And see how much better you will be. Your circle ought not be so big that it could pop anytime like a rubber band or a balloon. It ought not be that big. But that's just my opinion. Like I say, I'm just talking. Kim like to talk. That's why this is called Kim Talks. But it just ought not. Your circle ought to be small. Because you have unsubscribed to things that's going to hold you back. You unsubscribe some things that's going to keep you up at night. I don't know about a lot of different other people, but I like to sleep at night. I like to rest. Not only sleep, but rest. I want to get up feeling a little bit of refreshed. Okay? Refreshed. And I like to do that. When you don't get a good night's sleep, you up all night because your mind is busy. You worried about this, that, and the other. Because you chose to stay subscribed to some circumstances that's keep you in the spirit of defeat. That ain't the kind of ministry you want to be in. I ain't going to even lie. And sometimes we got to walk in it by ourselves. We got to walk by ourselves in it sometimes. And I used to hear somebody used to say this, many of us say this, I could do bad by myself. And you can. You do bad all by yourself. Real talk. Real talk. So that's what I want to come on here. Did y'all like my update? I got a little job. I ain't gonna say a little job, but I got a job. A job that's gonna pay some bills, okay? A job that, a little bit where I came from and gonna learn some newer things that I've been wanting to learn. And now I got opportunity to learn it. So I just add some more to my resume. Because you know what? A girl had to update that resume. Show did. Had to update it. So I'm real happy about that. Now, before I go, y'all say I'm a Texas gear on. Yes, I'm a Texas fan. Look, y'all know we are in the playoffs. Today is January the 12th. The Texans are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I already know, don't y'all be hating. Don't y'all be hating. You know what? I like the Steelers too. I like that Tomlin man, that coach. Ooh, that's a good looking man to me. I say good looking man. That's a good looking man. Down here in Southeast Texas, we'll talk like that kind of country accent. But anyway, because they playing the Texans, I got to go with my Texans. I got to go with them. So they playing tonight, and we're hoping for a win in this playoff season. I don't know who is gonna make it to the Super Bowl. I don't even know from the AFC team and NFC. I don't even know. See, y'all didn't know. I know a little bit about some football. Y'all didn't even know. Yeah, see. That's why you need to subscribe to Kim Talks. Because I'm talking about everything. I don't leave nothing out for just men or just for women. It's about everybody, okay? So I'm just saying, okay, y'all subscribe. Leave some comments so I can read it, okay? And you know what? Share. Please share. And again, I'm on many different platforms. So guess what? You can catch me on any. You don't know which one? Google Kim Talks Unscripted. Because nothing is scripted. I just come and I just start talking. That's why it's called Kim Talks. Because I'm always running my mouth. All right. I'm going to let y'all have it. Because I'm going to be waiting for the game. So I'm finna go chill. I'm I'm gonna go get into something. So until next time, bye.